Hey guys, so I am replacing the front springs on my Jeep TJ here, and I'm reading the manual, and basically the manual is saying you gotta pull everything apart to get these off. Well, I figured out a way to get these off in 15 minutes, literally without pulling anything off. Let's get into it right away. Okay, so this is what I did. So I got the Jeep jacked up, as you can see, but I got it jacked up by the frame. I got a jack on that side, see, and I have a jack, can you see it, on the other side, right? I do have boards in the middle for safety. I do have jack stands right there for safety, one on each side, but the actual suspension is hanging right now. I got two little scissor jacks under the front axle, but they're not actually holding it up. They're completely loose, see? They were just there so I could get the wheels off, and then I lowered the axle. Obviously be safe, be careful, but so this is how I'm getting these off. So these are very rusty. I painted them, they look okay, but I got new ones. Okay, so I got a spring compressor. This is what they look like, see? That's a spring compressor. You can get one of these at Napa for like 50 bucks for a set, see? And what that does is you can compress the spring. Obviously be careful. You gotta put it equally on each side, right? But even if you compress the spring with it hanging the way it is, the problem is there's this thing here, right? So what I did is I grabbed a 14 mil, I got it in there. I got like, you know, an extension like this. I was able to hammer it on, and then I unscrewed, see this thing. So now, all I gotta do now is compress that spring just enough to clear here and come out. So I haven't done it yet. I'm about to do it right now. So what you do with these is you do like 5 turns on one side, and then you do 5 on the other, back and forth, just using crescent wrenches like this, right? Okay, and when you're putting your new one in, make sure you line it up just the way it was originally. There is a specific way, so pay attention to that. Okay, I'm gonna try compressing this spring. Let's see if this works. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. See, I got it compressed a lot. See, look at the gap here. I think I can get it out now. Let's try. Let's see if this comes out. Okay, so as you can see, it still doesn't want to come out. So, I mean, I can squeeze it a little bit more, which will probably help, but I find this is in the way, the sway bar links. So very easy, guys. I'm just gonna unclip it right there, pull it off, right? And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and then this will swing out of the way. So I'm gonna do that right now, and then we're gonna try it again. Okay, sway bar is disconnected, see? Moved out of the way. This should come out no problem now. Let's try it. Ha! Look at that, guys. Okay, almost about to wrap this video up. A few more important things. So yeah, when you're putting your new spring in, see, there is like a groove for it. So you got to put it in that way. This is where the bottom would start. Obviously, I'm going to clean all this with a wired brush, and I'm going to repaint it, make it nice. So that's number 1. And number 2, guys, when you're okay, hang on. Okay, so first of all, when you're removing these, slowly, one at a time until it's loose, you know, make sure nothing shoots off and hits you in the face. Be very careful. Okay, and the second thing is, when you're putting these onto this spring, see what I did is I put them side by side, so this is the same, see? And then you want to put them in the same spot. See, I marked it with some tape. You want to put them in the same direction, in the same spot on both sides. Otherwise, when you go to put this in, it's going to hit your frame and you're not going to be able to get it in. The only way you're going to be able to get it in is the way you got it out. Okay, guys, well, that totally 100% worked. So now I tried doing the other side. Okay, this is like 25 minutes later now, right? So I tried doing the other side, and on this side, see, there is like stuff in the way here at the front. So I wasn't able to get the spring out the same way on this side. So what I did is I basically loosened 3 more things. So one, I disconnected this on this side, the shock absorber, just 2 bolts at the bottom, nuts and bolts. So I disconnected that, right? And then the second thing I did, guys, is right up in the front here. Let me show you. See? Over here. See, I disconnected this. See, that goes in there. So I disconnected that. And the second I did that, this whole side dropped a lot, like probably about that much more. So now with the spring compressed, let's go back over there. As you can see, I don't think there would have been enough room if the spring wasn't compressed. But anyways, it will come out now. Same way as the other side, so you can even push it down. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna take this out. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the exact same thing, and there's one thing I didn't show you guys earlier, so I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so I also did this on the other side. So as you can see, I did try putting that spring not compressed in there, and there's actually no way, it doesn't wanna go. So it does have to be compressed. So what I did on the other side, so I took a marker, see what I did is I marked it like this. See? So that way when I transplant these, the exact same way I did earlier, I'm gonna mark it with the tape. And when I compress this, right? That way I know how much to compress it so it goes in no problem. Pretty straightforward, right? Okay guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. So this is obviously gonna go back in, and then you're gonna use, jacks to lift everything back up and reattach everything. Not bad. I'm gonna say the whole thing is gonna take me about 35 minutes to do, start to finish. Maybe 45 with the jacking of the Jeep and that. So remember guys, this is an entire series on restoring a Jeep TJ, guys. So check out the playlist. And if you wanna know how to use a spring compressor, I'll put a link to that too. Thanks for watching. Till next time, everybody.